Hello, this is James from Pioneer Service. I've programmed a part that you may be familiar with. Right now we have all the dimensions in tolerance. The OASIS can visually measure the OD surfaces, lengths, diameters, angles on the OD surfaces of the part. So right now I have a part up on the stage and it's showing all in tolerance. And it's as simple as removing a part. Once I've got it programmed, put another part on the stage, and as quickly as I put it up and release, it will measure the part. Now to collect data, I simply click on the data button for each part. It will gather that information and collect it into a report. So as I remove the part, put another one up there, I collect the data. I can click on Create Report, and I can type in inspector type, inspector, comments, lot size, sample size, job number. It will record the data on a form that I can either save electronically or I can print out. To program this part is really simple. This part takes about 30 minutes to do. The first thing that you have to do is you have to find a reference point. Once you establish the bottom edge on your horizontal, we're going to lock that down. The next surface I'm going to find is on the OD somewhere. And this is going to track the part. No matter where you put it on the stage, it will always look for that. Now I'm going to measure the OD. Here it finds a measurement of 156 and 1/10. But what I want to do is I want to identify this. And on this diameter, on the balloon print, it's number 3. So in the dialog box, I'm going to type in number 3 to identify it. So now over on the side, I'm going to type in my tolerances. And on this particular feature, it's 156. The tolerance is plus or minus 5. I can put in a warning value, and what this will do is, if it goes into the lower spec or the upper spec, instead of it going from green to red, it'll go to yellow at 5/10 on the low or 5/10 from the high, letting the operator know that they're close to the part being non-conforming. So I'll do another diameter. On this diameter, this is 124 plus 8/10 minus 5/10. So I'm going to identify the properties box. This is number 6 on the balloon drawing. And I'm going to identify the tolerances. Now in this case, instead of having a nominal with a symmetrical tolerance, what I'm going to use is my upper specification, which in this case is 124.8. My lower specification is going to be 124 minus 5/10. So it's going to be 123 and 5. Now I can set my warning at 123 and 8 and my high limit warning at 124 and 5, let's say. And that'll do the same thing. It'll set my warning for the operator so they'll know when they're getting to the high limit or the low limit. Now, if I want to check height, let's say for instance the feature in the middle of the part, I can also zoom to get a better view of what I'm measuring. On this particular feature, we have our height properties. This one is 17 on the blueprint, and our tolerance is going to be plus or minus 5. So I'm going to type in 20 plus or minus 5 with a warning of 4.5 thousandths. Now for measuring a length on a part, I can simply identify the shoulder that I'm going to measure from and to the back of the groove where I'm going to measure to. I connect the dots with distance properties and it will give me a dimension of 736.1. Now this particular feature is number 12. And the tolerance is 736 plus or minus 1. I can set my warning at 8/10,000ths of an inch and it'll establish a warning. Now, like I said, going through this part, it takes about a half an hour to program. We have several different features on here giving us the ability to measure threads. We can measure angles. We can measure pipe threads, connect features, measuring distance, circles or radii. We can identify theoretical points of intersect. We can identify the edges for angles if you wanted to measure an included angle. We can do diameters and heights as well. If your part is so long that it goes outside the screen, you can always do multiple programs and link them together. And so when you finish measuring one side of the part, you can collect your data. It'll give you a message which you can program in there, and then it'll tell you to turn the part over and it'll take those measurements and you can put them together. OASIS has come out with a new feature that if you have multiple programs set up, you can add between two programs, and so it'll take your values from one program, add it to the length value on another program, and combine those to give you your overall length if that's the measurement that you're trying to achieve. Now, once you program your part, every time you come in and want to look up your part, all you have to simply do is put your part on the stage and go to search. Now you can look it up the manual way or you can look it up by searching. And in this case here, we have two part numbers that the computer identifies as possibilities because they have similar features. You just have to select the one that you know. And in this case here, I select on the top part number and then it gives me the feature. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple to program and really hard to mess up. So thank you for watching.